I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
So the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James have just finished their season as the NBA's runner-up after losing in the NBA Finals to the Golden State Warriors, and now the off-season is about to begin. We all know that this is the year that LeBron James will hit free agency as an unrestricted free agent. We've heard all the rumors for a long time. So in today's video, I'll be looking at LeBron James's off-season options and putting them into a top 5. If you are new and enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content. I'm trying to hit 5k by the end of the year, but with that being said, let's get right into this top 5. This is in order, by the way, so keep that in mind. Number 5. The San Antonio Spurs. Now, I was heavily considering not putting San Antonio on this list, but there were no other teams that could fit in. But why San Antonio, or in this case, not the Spurs? Well, there are simply too many red flags in that situation. The first red flag is Kawhi Leonard. One of LeBron's main reasons in going to San Antonio is to simply pair up with the star, but with all the trade rumors surrounding Kawhi, it's uncertain whether the man is even staying with the organization long term. We've seen and heard all the trade rumors, and if Kawhi is traded, I don't think this would be a great option for LeBron, as the Spurs team is basically a bunch of late first round picks put into a great system under Greg Popovich. That's another red flag too. Greg Popovich. After the unfortunate passing of his wife, and as his age continues to rise, there may be very little time in Coach Pop's career as an NBA coach left. LeBron has never had a brilliant coach like Pop in his career, and it'd be one of the reasons as to why James would consider joining there. The team itself is also very old, with ex-greats such as Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker possibly playing their final seasons in the NBA. It's just too much of a risky situation to join. But there are positives too. We may be wrong about the Kawhi Leonard rumors. After all, it's just gossip and rumors spread. There's no real evidence that Kawhi is wanting out. He may just be playing it safe and not wanting to get injured again. If this is the case, then joining the Spurs would be an amazing decision on the behalf of LeBron. The Spurs have a great system, and even with a team that looks like a lottery team, they still nearly won 50 games this season with their star player sidelined for 90% of the year. LeBron would play really well with Kawhi, their defense would be something scary to watch, and their offense would just be as lethal. So overall, I'm finding the Spurs as a 50-50 destination. There are multiple red flags about joining them, but there is also a good amount of benefits. It really depends on what angle you look at to decide whether moving to San Antonio is the best option. But for LeBron, I feel like he could do a bit better than this, which leads me on to destination number 4. Number 4, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, there is always an option for LeBron to stay in his hometown and return to Cleveland for a few more seasons. The main reason why LeBron would probably stay is because of his family. His kids are getting deep into school and are becoming older and will probably have a bigger influence on his decision than before. If his children like Cleveland and don't want to move away, then LeBron may want to accept that and do what's best for his family over what's best for his career, which is completely fine. A lot of people are making it out that staying in Cleveland is a really bad idea and should be on the bottom of LeBron's list. But to be completely honest, it's not even that bad. He's got an all-star teammate and could even lure in another one. He's got a young team and potentially a future star after the draft, so it's not like this is a terrible team. The fact that people are acting like this is a lottery team without LeBron is crazy. They have Kevin Love, who I'm sure if you guys remember, averaged 26 points a game before being traded to the Cavs. And it's not like Love is aging or anything. He's in his prime and is only 29 years old. He's still got a lot left in the tank to play high quality basketball. Yes, this is one of LeBron's worst teams, but I wouldn't call it his worst. I'd still tip this team to make the playoffs next season if LeBron does leave, because they do have the talent to do so. A lot of people are underrating this team a lot. They can do a lot more damage than it may appear. I mean, of course, they aren't the Warriors without LeBron. They would obviously not be what they are now. I don't think they'd even win 50 games or even have a decent shot at the championship. But they would win enough to make the playoffs, and in such a weak conference, that's not hard to do. So the Cavs really aren't bad as they are made out to be. If they can make the Eastern Conference Finals this year with LeBron, why can't they next year? And the year after that? And after that? I mean, they just made the NBA Finals and nearly caused an upset in Game 1. With their new younger core they gained over the trade deadline, I have no doubt they can still perform at a high level in the future, even without LeBron. So overall, the Cavs make a pretty good case for re-signing LeBron, but I still think he can do better, so let's move on to number 3. Number 3. the Houston Rockets. One team that a lot of people are talking about for LeBron to join is the Houston Rockets. I've already made a couple of videos on this, but basically what I've said is that the Rockets would need to make a lot of moves to get LeBron James. First of all, they'd have to make some salary dumps. One of those would be Ryan Anderson, who is a key piece to the Rockets' offensive system. He fits in really well, but if they do need to lose him, then it may be hard to find a team for him to join. Anderson has a massive salary of around $20 million, and for someone of his talent level, I don't think teams are going to want to take that contract on. The other player that would need to be traded is Eric Gordon. This would be a huge loss for Houston, as Gordon is a 6th Man of the Year candidate and plays a hugely significant role on the Rockets team. With James Harden playing terribly in Game 5 against the Warriors, Gordon stepped up and got 20 points and got Houston the win. But if the Rockets want LBJ, then they'll need to trade him. His contract is $12 million, and I'm sure teams would be jumping at the idea to get him, so it wouldn't be hard to move him. The Rockets don't have a great wing player. They just have an amazing backcourt and a superb frontcourt player in Clint Capella, so James would fit really well there. But there is a problem with LeBron signing with the Rockets. Reports have come out that the Houston Rockets don't want LeBron, and I can understand why. The team is having great success right now, so maybe the management doesn't think they need help. I mean, as of when writing this, they are 1 game away from an NBA Finals appearance. As a Houston fan, seeing LeBron on the team would help us so much and would be a great pickup. But as I've mentioned in previous videos, it's all up to the Rockets management. So who knows what's going to happen, but personally, I'd love to see LeBron on our team. Number 2, the Los Angeles Lakers. This destination has to be one of the top 2 most popular free agency predictions, if not the most popular, for LeBron James. Every player wants to play for the Lakers. They are one of the greatest teams in the history of basketball. This is most people's biggest reason for LeBron to join this team. He is in a huge market that will draw in money, sponsorships, but most importantly, star teammates. No big 3 really wants to join together in Charlotte or Denver, let's be honest. But in a huge market like LA, that's where it's most likely to happen. This would be a great move for LeBron. He is paired with multiple young potential stars like Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball. The Lakers also have cap room to sign 2 star max free agents, so this could mean Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins, or someone else from the 2019 free agency could join up on this Lakers squad. But there is a couple of issues though with LeBron joining the Lakers. One is the development of the Lakers' young core. With LeBron taking over most of the minutes, the production and output from the young players could significantly drop. This could infuriate the younger guys, and they may request a trade from the team. The next issue is that LeBron has a very similar offer from another team, except they seem to nudge out the Lakers in all categories. The team? Number 1, the Philadelphia 76ers. In my opinion, the 76ers have the best chance to get LeBron James this summer. LeBron James gets a lot out in joining this team. The young core is far more developed than what it is in LA. I mean, they're coming off a 2nd round exit in one of the team's first ever full healthy seasons. They have so much potential to dominate. I really don't want to talk about all the positives on this one, simply because it's been talked about thousands of times, but there are some negatives for LeBron joining this team. The first is the development. With LeBron's star power on the team, there is a good chance that the younger players will have less of a role, slowing down their development as young NBA players. This in turn could lead to frustration in the team and maybe some trade requests, but more likely than not, a whole lot of claims of calling Ben Simmons a bust as he'd have less of a role. Another thing that is a negative is something that just got exposed recently. Brian Colangelo and the trust issues. We all know what happened. The 76ers GM made multiple fake Twitter accounts to trash talk his own players, and this has recently been exposed. The trust between the front office and players has decreased tremendously, and this could push LeBron away, especially if nothing is done and Colangelo is not fired. But I'm gonna be real, the 76ers still have the best chance of signing LeBron this offseason. The talent, the core, the role players, it's too good of an opportunity for LeBron to ignore. But I'm going to be real, the 76ers still have the best chance of signing LeBron this offseason. The talent, the core, the role players, it's too good of an opportunity for LeBron to ignore. But that will conclude the top 5. I'm going to be honest, any team and every team has an opportunity to sign LeBron. The Bulls, the Nuggets, even the goddamn Warriors have a chance to sign him. It sounds insane, but it is possible. Every team wants LeBron, so he has a lot of options, but I guess we'll have to wait and see where he ends up this offseason. But what do you guys think of this? Where is LeBron going this offseason? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.
I'm in my black Benz, doing cocaine with my black friends. We'll be high as hell before the night ends. Yeah, we'll be high before the night ends. Before the night highest helper for the